All right, guys, why India defied Trump's tariff trap. Donald Trump just hosted Vladimir Putin in Alaska. And instead of bringing peace, the whole thing turned into Putin's victory parade. Now, India got slapped with 50% tariffs. Europe's freaking out. And America, well, America's the one footing the bill right now. So welcome to the Cold War 2.0 reality TV edition. All right, guys, no warm up. We're just going straight to the point today. All right, guys, welcome back to the baseline. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope everybody's doing great. So I want you guys to picture this. F-22s are flying overhead, B-2 bombers parked on the runway, and Trump standing there like he's hosting The Apprentice, Dictator Edition. And Putin strolls in, shakes hands, and leaves bragging that Russia isn't isolated. Meanwhile, Trump hits India with a 50% tariff punch, then tells Fox News, maybe he won't enforce it. So that's like breaking up with someone and then asking them to pick you up from the airport. Like, which is it? Are we together or we're not? Are we doing this tariff or are we not? It's a very, very interesting situation. But here's why you should care, right? Because those tariffs, they're not actually paid by India. They're paid by you, by me, by us. Higher prices at Walmart, Target, and Amazon. In Canada, your exports get caught in the crossfire. In the UK, supply chains take a hit. And in Australia, your trade markets get squeezed. So this isn't just foreign policy. It's your grocery bill, it's your gas bill, it's everything for us, right? So the big question tonight is this, right? One, did Trump just corner Putin or did Putin outmaneuver Trump? Two is India really going to cave to American pressure or just keep guzzling cheap Russian oil? And the third question is Europe about to let Trump negotiate Ukraine's future without Ukraine's involvement? It's a lot going on here. But first, let's talk about the stagecraft here, because this wasn't just a meeting. This was a show. The first time a Russian leader has ever set foot in Alaska. And it wasn't some neutral hotel room, ballroom, or something like that. No, it was on a United States military base. It's like optics. And it's like holding a marriage counseling in a UFC octagon. Subtle? Not really, but definitely made a statement, right? Now, the Alaska optics here, hosting Putin in Anchorage was supposed to project a certain amount of strength. But Russian state TV spun it as proof Moscow isn't isolated. Now, imagine inviting your enemy over and he live streams from your kitchen saying, look, I own this place. And that's the vibe Putin took home. Now, the tariff and the shock that's going around with all the different tariffs, and here's where the money comes in, right? Because Trump slapped India with a 25% tariff in July, then another 25% in August. And effective later this month, both of those are in place, right? And that's why, or that's 50% on Indian imports. But why? Because India's buying Russian oil. But here's the truth. Tariffs are taxes paid by Americans. Economists across the spectrum agree. When Trump says billions are pouring in, what he really means is billions are pouring out of your pocket and my pocket. So it's like me taxing you for buying your own sandwich and then bragging about how much money I made from your lunch. That's tariffs in a nutshell. Now, when we go to India and India's oil math and how it's starting to unfold, because now India isn't just folding, right? In 2024, Russian crude made up about, a third of India's imports. Cheap oil keeps their economy humming, inflation down, growth steady. So when Trump claims Russia lost India as a client, that's not reality. That's kind of a campaign spin. India is still buying. And how is Europe feeling about all this? Are they in panic mode? I don't know, because meanwhile, Germany called for an emergency EU and NATO consultation. And get this, European leaders are literally planning to fly with Zelensky to Washington when he meets Trump. So that's going to be super interesting. And it's like, no, you're not negotiating this one alone. Imagine your friends insisting on coming to dinner with you just to make sure your date doesn't ditch you. That's Europe right now. And it's super, super interesting with everything that's going on. Now, Pakistan is a side story here that nobody's really talking about, right? Because then there's this chatter, the chatter about U.S. using Pakistani bases for strikes on Iran. So let me be clear, no evidence has been presented with that yet, but Pentagon reports show B-2 bombers flew from Missouri, but Pakistan denies that. But yes, Pakistan's government did nominate Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, and that happened this summer, which is like nominating Gordon Ramsay for most patient customer service. It's a bold choice, right? Now, what did Alaska or the summit actually deliver at the end of the day? Because we didn't get a ceasefire, no agreement, just Putin leaving with better optics, right? Trump leaving with talking points, and India leaving with higher tariffs. Now, everyone plays their part, and the audience, us, we're the ones paying the bill. It's tough. And this isn't the Cold War with spies and nukes anymore. This is the Cold War with tariffs, supply chains, and Fox News interviews. It's like the Cold War got rebooted, but it has a laugh track to it now. It's super insane. But here's where it gets really interesting, though. None of this matters if NATO and the EU roll out their own plan next week, because if Brussels decides to push back, Trump's Alaska gamble could boomerang hard. And that's the cliffhanger that nobody wants to miss. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm all off on the analysis? Do you think Putin walked out better or Trump walked out better? What do you guys think is going to happen with the Indian tariffs? Please put your comments in the section below. I read all of them, answer all of them, and really value your opinion. So please leave a comment in the section below. And thank you again for watching The Baseline. I really appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next round. Cheers, everybody.